Hi guys and welcome to Thrustzone.com. This is Mohit Soni. What you're looking at is finally the Tata Curve in flesh, and this is a moment where we've been waiting for quite a long time to get our hands behind the Tata Curve. Driving it in Udaipur, where we have hilly sections and straight roads, we finally put in a good amount of kilometers, and this is our first impression as always of the EV. Most importantly, it is about the range and it is about how the car first of all looks in flesh. It looks quite fantastic. These colors are actually, all the colors on the Tata Curve are brilliant, and this sort of icy blue color on this car is also fantastic. As always, let's begin with the design. What you can see is a very similar layout than that we've seen in new Tata cars. They make it to the Curve as well. You've got fog lamps, you've got LED projector lights, you've got the LED DRLs here, and this is how the LED DRLs will behave. Yeah, so that's how it locks and that's how it unlocks, and this is quite cool indeed. This is also the new key, very premium indeed. We would love to see this key in more Tata cars because it fits the bill just right on how they're doing the new cars. Very premium on the inside and outside as well. In terms of external features, you've got front parking sensors, 360-degree camera, ADAS is on offer as well, and we've not tested the light yet, so I'll let you know when I do that. Meanwhile, this is how the side profile looks like in flesh. I think it is done just about right. The doors are quite big and the glass area is also big enough, but could have been bigger. But then again, it would have not had this high sill design that is on offer. You've got these massive 18-inch wheels. Aero wheels is like what we like to call them because they help in aerodynamics. And of course, this is the big party piece. The rear design is absolutely stunning. It's the right amount of sharpness, the boldness, the kind of things that you get here are really well done. It's not been raining, so that car has gotten dirty. I would like to apologize for that because can't really help it. Yeah, so the tailgate here is electronic. I showed you at the launch as well. Just look at that kind of space here. 500 liters of space, entirely really well laid out. Lot of boot space for sure. The electronic tailgate also shuts down fairly quickly. You've got these flush door handles which are brilliant, but they have a light on them, so you assume that you will press here and the power handle will pop out, but no, you will have to do it here and open it like this. Let me just open the car, and that's a little bit weird and a good thing at the same time. Having some light is great in the night. Let's sit behind my own driving position. Good knee room, good leg room. You sit a little bit up, right, because knees up because the battery is down there, and I think this is also because of the fact that we are on a bit of an incline. But then again, you've got AC vents and charging points, 3-pointed seat belt, cup can holder, armrest is on offer. White and grey color is being chosen for this car along with the blue contrast stitching. Looks nice, will be a little bit hard to maintain. You've got your lights here which are LED, which is great. Height adjustable seat belts. You've got your hook here as well. Just about enough space in the door pads, and some space to keep some stuff here as well. These are parts that we've seen earlier in Tata cars, and I think it could have been new in the Curve because the Curve is the most awaited car. It should have had new cycle parts as well according to me, but most of them are new, so shouldn't be a problem. This is how the interior looks like, very futuristic. Even before you start it, you see the contrast, white leather here with the blue stitching, this new trim here, which is very similar to the Nexon, but this is something that is looks quite nice. Fit finish and build quality seems good enough. The finish part over here continues to be a miss for some reason. Let's start the car and show you that it has keyless entry and go, push button start, cruise control, ADAS features are on offer. You've got the sound system to be done from here. 4 voice assistants that you can have. It includes Google, Tata, Siri, and Google Assistant, and you've got Amazon Prime, Amazon Alexa as a voice assistant as well. This we know can show you videos as well, and the Disney Hotstar, Amazon Prime, JBL modes. So you're all familiar with most of this because we've shown you this in the Harrier Safari and now in the Curve as well. So this screen is pretty much tried and tested. So that is the benefit of those features being included in the previous cars that we've tested, is that we assume that the initial bugs have been sorted out, and I think this definitely feels much smoother and nicer than those screens as well already. There was a bit of a delay in those, but here it seems just fine. You've got an AQI, air purifier is also available, and you can go through all these settings quite easily. And you've got mood lighting as well. You can choose the colors for the roof as well, which is quite brilliant. You can have the colors accordingly, or you can set it via mood, which will either go into drive mode, select the colors via the drive mode or via the music. So that's fantastic. And you've got your typical buttons here: 360 camera, lock button, boot opener, hill descent is on offer. You can also open the charging flap from here, and the AC controls you're already familiar with. That is the 12 volts charging socket, along with charging points over there as well. Electronic parking brake, auto hold, a wireless charger that actually works. At least for my phone, it charged up quite well. You've got space below there, ventilated seats on this side, power seats on the driver side, a manual adjust on that side, and the button that opens the boot. It's got light, but it doesn't still have chilling, and it's have more than enough space that you require. The instrument cluster is also a digital unit, and similar to what we've seen in the past. Everything can be controlled via from here, from this button over here. And if you can hear some humming noise, that is the AVAS system, where it will come on when you have when you are at slow speeds. When you are at idle, it will tell the people around that there's a car that's an EV which is silent, but you need to know that that's a car there, and it will help pedestrians move better. And yeah, these are the paddle shifters which for the regen, and as you can see, it increases the range as well. We started at 400, now we are at 300, and actually and we've ridden almost 60 kilometers. So that's that. Steering adjustability is again for brake only, no reach, which is could have been offered. And even the windows are not all four of them are auto open or close, so that is also something that could have been fixed in the Curve to truly escalate the premium feel in the car. You've got these very nice mats here with the Curve EV badging. You've got JBL sound system on offer, which is fantastic as always, and big panoramic sunroof on offer, which is brilliant. SOS feature and concierge service is on offer. You've got the IRA Connect map as well. A dedicated EV IRA app is on offer now, and that actually makes things better. We will do a separate video on that to tell you all about it. Right now, really impressed with what is on offer. We've seen this in the past, it continues to be the same. The 3D parking sensors are also brilliant, and the quality of camera is amazing. So all in all, you've got tons of things to play around here with, and a lot of features that you can use. And you've got these 3 driving modes, the very Range Rover like gear shift selector over here, and yeah, that's it. That's what the interior is like. Space at the back I just showed you is good enough. Let's get to the driving part and see how the Tata Curve drives. So what is the Tata Curve like to drive? Well, we are driving the EV version, of course, and this comes with a 55 kilowatt battery. And let's talk about the most important number, the range. At 99% of battery that we received in the car while testing, it showed a range of 400 kilometers. So this is definitely much more potent in terms of range. And Tata has finally added prismatic cells to the battery, so that they are much better in terms of energy efficiency. There is always cooling as well, which has been enhanced in the battery pack to make sure that it delivers optimum efficiency in terms of regen and performance and every other aspect that makes the EV go. This is quite a fun to drive car as any other Tata EV, and the performance is quite good. You get instant power and torque, and the regen also is quite impressive. It isn't as aggressive as it used to be, or is in some cars right now. Also, the regen even at level 3, the highest, is surprisingly well dealt with, and that's the reason why you can keep it on for a long period of time, or on the highway or in the city. That helps you make sure that you don't lose the battery energy quite quickly, and that in turn increases more range. So I am expecting this car to deliver 400 kilometers on a charge, even if you are driving slightly spiritedly. If I've also been driving it spiritedly, and I see the range is not dropping rapidly. So this seems to prismatic cells help you do that. We've seen that in other cars, and there is no denying that Tata is on the same path of getting all those things done. Apart from that, what is really impressive is how the suspension has been tuned. At 18-inch wheels, we are going really badly through some parts of Udaipur's broken roads, and this has surprised me because there is hardly any movement inside the cabin, and there is of course some suspension noise coming in, but then again it is something that has really impressed me because most of the bumps are really well taken care of. Slow to medium bumps are easily taken care of, despite the ride quality being on the stiffer side, but there is enough composure for that comfortable aspect to kick in, and I think that is really good. The steering, good feel and feedback on the sides. Center feeling, while cornering, and I went through some really amazing roads, the center feel is non-existent almost, but this gives you enough confidence, enough confidence to go ahead and drive this car fast. There is enough grip on offer. The tires also behaved quite well in the wet and the dry, and this is something that has been done really well. We can't do a range test right now, but when it comes, we'll try and definitely do it for you once we get to spend more time with the car instead of a day, maybe a week would help us do that, as always. Right now, good steering, good brakes. Even the brakes feel much good than I anticipated, despite regen. So there is definitely some serious tuning done over the previous cars to make sure that it feels better. We don't know exactly what kind of changes, but mechanically, this Tata Curve EV feels very solid, very robust. The brakes and suspension give you even more confidence to go ahead with a lot of things, and this is clearly Tata being its at absolute best. The ride quality is, despite the tall height and the coupe stance and the revised suspension, just feels so right. It has never felt so right in a car with this kind of dimensions on offer. So a lot of engineering has gone to make sure that it behaves this smoothly, flawlessly, and doesn't feel out of place, most importantly. Tata had to do this because it's the mid-size SUV segment, which is the booming segment, and they've delivered that with the EV. I am pretty sure the ICE, petrol and diesel variants are also going to be slightly better because, of course, batteries put a little bit of weight, extra weight on it, and despite that, Tata's done a great job. But I think the ICE will behave a little bit much better, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. But what this shows is that Tata has delivered on the curve a lot of features, great ride and handling, good powertrain package on the EV, and most importantly, good range. I think 400 kilometers is great, and we'll spend more time with it and tell you more about it. Right now, that is it. The pricing is also really impressive, and all of this just makes the Tata Curve one of the best options in this category right now. There is of course the MG ZS EV, but then again it has become a little too dated, and that is the reason why there's a facelift coming for that as well. Right now, really impressed with the Curve package. It lives up to the name, and it definitely throws a curveball at all its competition. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Please follow us on our social media and website for everyday updates. Until then, goodbye.